Cristine Reyes, pinahayag ang masalimuot na pinagdaanan sa buhay. Sa panayam ng batikang broadcaster na si Karen Davila, emotional at buong puso na ikwinento ng maganda at magaling na aktres na si Cristine Reyes ang kanyang masalimuot na pinagdaanan sa buhay. Simula ng bata pa, nang kanyang matuklasan na siya pala ay ampon lamang ng mga inakala niyang tunay niyang magulang. Ibinida din ni Cristine ang mga mental health issues na matagal at mag-isa niyang pinaglabanan sa kanyang buhay. Ayon pa kay Cristine, naging rebelde umano siya sa kanyang pamilya at laging galit sa mundo at umabot pa sa puntong ninais na niyang tapusin ang kanyang buhay. Isiniwalat din ni Cristine kung ano ang kanyang ginawa upang unti-unti ay mapatawad niya ang kanyang sarili at ang kanyang mga magulang. Ipinahayag din ni Cristine na nalalagpasan na niya ang mga pagsubok at unti-unti ay nakakamit na niya ang total healing sa tulong ng mga professionals at ng kasalukuyan niyang boyfriend na si Marco Gumabaw. Ayon pa kay Cristine, si Marco ang nagbalik at naglapit ulit sa kanya sa Diyos. At dahil dito, naniniwala siyang unti-unti niyang makakamit ang katahimikan, pagmamahal at kasiyahan sa buhay.
How have you been?
I can say na mas in a better place, mentally, spiritually, physically, maybe.
You went on your own healing journey.
Yes.
What healing journey that was?
For me, more on mental health eh. Kasi yun talaga yung battle ko ever since I was a child. I didn't know what I was going through because, bata pa ako noon and I didn't get any help. Aside from the school, there's guidance counselor. Pero aside from that, there's no professional help after school, So I dealt with that for the longest time since I was, I think, 6 years old or 7 years old when my mom got me from my adoptive family. Which for me, it's very traumatic because when my mom got me, she introduced herself as, hey, I'm your mom. Those family you grew up with, they're not your family, they're not your relatives, blah blah. Parang syempre for me as a child, that was very traumatic, and I had to deal with it on my own, without any help. And then I entered show business, so it's more chaotic. I don't know what was going inside my head, why I always react this way. I'm irritable instantly. If I don't like a person, parang I feel violated, I walk away. I have a very rebellious stage in my life back in the day.
You were adopted. Why were you adopted?
Kasi my mom, she was going through a phase in her life where she had to go to the States, leave all her kids, all of us, to somebody else. Ako lang nahiwalay. I didn't know may mga kapatid ako.
So si Ara, hindi mo alam na kapatid mo noon?
Hindi ko alam na kapatid ko siya noon. And then,
how old were you?
Nung kinuha ko ng mom ko, I was already 6 or 7. But she told me from time to time when I was a baby pa, she'd get me daw. Pero syempre, I don't know na. Ang recollection ko was when she got me, I was around 6, 7 years old. Ito, I wasn't telling anybody. It was a major thing pala. Kasi for the longest time, when my mom got me, hindi ako nagsasalita when I was a child. Never. Hindi naman ako, what you call this, yung hindi makasalita. But I shut down when she got me. That was years, ha. Not just months, years, na hindi ako nagsasalita nung bata ako. Nagsasalita na lang ako kapag nasa school ako. Pag babalik ako ng bahay, quiet ulit ako, hindi ako nagsasalita. Kapag kakausapin ako ng mga tao sa bahay, magna-nod lang ako, ganon.
You shared at one point that your mother was abusive.
I would say she was very problematic, that she couldn't handle us children to take care of. So I think that's why she decided to, have somebody else to take care of us.
And what was the effect on you when your mother was raising you?
She was actually unattentive kasi nga she wasn't able to deal with things. I went to school not having her around, and my adoptive family was very supportive naman, so they would go if my mom couldn't make it. Showbiz naman, when I entered the business, ako lang yung walang bantay. But, yun nga, sometimes naman my adoptive family would go.
Pero ang traumatic pala, you had to go through so much.
Yes. Before, hindi ko talaga maintindihan. Bakit ganito yung life? Parang kasi yung iba lumaki with their parents. And then, doon pa rin sila, walang pagbabago. Sa akin kasi big change eh. From a very caring, loving, adoptive family to very, I would say hostile. I was always being left alone in a big house. In Marikina, yun yung Ondoy. Big house yun eh. Left alone in a huge dark house because my mom always tipid sa kuryente. Bawal magkuryente pag gabi. So, ganun siya ka-strict.
Nung kinuha ka ng nanay mo,
Yes.
na-realize mo, uy, may kapatid pala ako.
Marami sila. We're 6 pala. And then si ate kasi, she was already starting in the business, in the showbiz industry. So, she'd always go shooting. So, she's not always around. Aside from my other siblings. And yeah, there's medyo hostile yung mga relationship namin lahat doon. Parang set aside ako eh. Parang they're always having dinner. I'm with the maids. Mga ganon.
Nung bata ka?
Yes. Because I feel more comfortable with them eh. Parang I don't feel I belong to the family. So I'm always, at the maid's quarter. I sleep with them. Ganon. Because I feel more comfortable. Yeah, so yun yung kinary ko. That's why I'm trying to heal myself from it. Because I was very angry growing up. I was very resentful. I'm always playing the game, the blame game. I blame everyone why I'm like this. I blame everybody. It's your fault why I'm like this. So that's me growing up. So now that I've learned to, I need to forgive everyone. It's hard. But it's the only way na para for me to move on and live lightly.
Who did you have to forgive first?
Well, of course, syempre, myself and my family, my mom, my dad, my siblings. Yun. Araw-araw yun, kailangan i-remind mo yung sarili mo na it had to happen for me to be who I am right now.
Who did you have a harder time forgiving? Your mom or your dad?
Same lang. Although my mom kasi, lumaki ako sa kanya. So, lagi mas naramdaman ko yung presence.
What is your relationship with your mother like today?
It's not perfect, pero alam mo yun, when I see her, I say hi, and alam mo yun, talagang kailangan tanggalin mo na yung nangyari sa past. Kasi hindi tayo makaka-move forward in life kapag dala-dala mo pa rin yun. And I told my sister na rin, na I'm sure she told everyone na pagod na ako magalit.
Kayo ni Ara, were you always okay?
Same with my mom. It's a love-hate relationship. It's not perfect, it's not ideal. Pero kasi that's how we are eh. Kapag kailangan namin ng isa't isa, andyan kami para sa isa't isa. It's not like the perfect family na, hey, hi, hello, how are you? I love you, blah, blah. We're not like that. Pero kapag may kailangan yung isang tao, may sakit, whatever, basta kailangan ka lang na andyan kami. Ganun kami.
Wow! And ang tatay mo, ang biological father mo,
He's from Tawi-Tawi. He's a Muslim. He passed already. 2 years ago, that was the time when, before I did the Marcos film,
Yeah.
the Made in Malacanang, I went to Zamboanga because he's dying and then he died. And then, that's when I decided to shut everybody out in the family na parang hindi sila nagsusupport kasi I went there.
was he in touch with you all this time before he
Yeah.
passed away? So, kumbaga, you had a relationship.
Just recently, first time I saw him, in my recollection lang, kasi I think he saw me before, but I don't remember. First time I saw him na naalala ko, I was pregnant with Amara.
So when he passed away, how did that affect you?
Malaki yung impact nun sa akin because he did not ask anything from me. When, I could help. I could have helped him. The fact na hindi siya humingi ng tulong sa akin, mas masakit because I remember the last time I spoke to him. That was pandemic time. And I was very angry pa that time kasi sabi ko sa kanya, ba't ngayon ka lang nagpakita sa akin? All my life, I needed you when I was, I was
Alone?
suicidal when I was young. I would go to the kitchen, get a knife, and put it here. Ganon. I was young. Like, not even 10 years old. That was the only time na masasabi ko sa father ko, biological father ko, na parang bakit ngayon ka lang nagpakita? What do you need? May ganun ako sa kanya. So, nung time pala na kinakausap ko siya ng pandemic time and I was nagsusumbat sa kanya, he was already, suffering. That's why he did not ask any help from me.
Your life isn't just about forgiveness, it's about lost time.
For the longest time, my father pala was looking for me. I found out when he died. And all along, I thought he wasn't looking for me. Kahit nahihiya ako, niyakap ko siya noon. Nasa hospital siya. Tapos, umiyak na lang ako. Tapos, sorry ako ng sorry sa kanya.
Ikaw nag-sorry?
When I did that, kasi day in, day out lang ako sa Zamboanga. I left. Pag land ng Manila, I received the message, wala na daw. So parang nagpaalam lang talaga ako. So yun, medyo malaking impact yun sa akin. Kasi all my life, how old now? I'm 35. That was 2 years ago, di ba? Ngayon ko lang to nasasarado. So malaking siya sa akin sa buhay ko. And I appreciate everybody who were there for me.
So many people wanna be like you, and ito pala yung pinagdaanan mo.
Kung isipin mo, parang wow, ang dami mo nang na-achieve and all. Parang naging artista ka, lahat ng tao na-aspire. Hindi lahat ng tao, but some.
Marami.
Oo. May movies ka, may teleserye ka, nakatrabaho si ganito, si ganyan, nakapunta ka na ibang bansa and all, nakakapagpundar ka ng mga bahay or whatever. Pero kasi, sometimes when you think about it, hindi talaga fame, hindi talaga wealth ang nagmamatter sa buhay. It's really your peace, love, and joy. Going back, that's why I'm doing the retreats, studying about mental health. Kasi ang mental health, it's more, for me, dangerous siya eh. Hindi mo nakikita yung sugat eh. Kasi it's all in your head. And you can't stop your thoughts from thinking about negative things, right? So yun yung mas mahirap to deal with for me. Recurring siya. The things that I'm working on is how to manage my thoughts, how to manage my emotional stress, especially sa work natin. We're very pressured eh. Pressured tayo sa public eye. Pressured tayo with how we put ourselves out there.
Do you still get dark thoughts today?
Yes, I do still get it. But meron na akong tools to stop it right away. When I feel like, okay, I'm going down that route again, okay, stop. Merong mga exercises for that.
And that's what you're doing?
Yeah, like breathing exercises, tapping, gratitude, practice, reading, journaling, or go to the nature, go to the beach, go to...
That's why you do that?
So I think I've released it already and I'm okay and I'm ready to move forward and forgive everybody and live lightly and, focus on what's now.
Isa ka ng ina ngayon.
Yes.
Oo. Paano ka nagbago nung naging ina ka?
Paano ako nagbago? Siguro in terms of, nag-mature ako. And na-lessen yung mga unnecessary things like hang out with friends, or random spontaneous trip abroad, yung mga lavish lifestyle. Kasi before, lalo na nung bukas pa si ABS-CBN, spoiled lahat, diba? So ngayon, we learn to be frugal, we learn to save money, and just spend on things that you need to spend on and live beyond your means.
You also have a physical pain. You have an excruciating back pain. I think noong 2009 sa Reputasyon, diba?
Yes. In Reputasyon, I convulsed. Turned out it was meningitis. They couldn't find anything for a month in Cardinal. Turned out they tapped my spine, they got liquid, and then they discovered it was meningitis. So thank God I'm still alive.
Amen.
And then my back pain.
Did it come from that? Yung meningitis?
I think this is due to stress.
Hindi yung meningitis?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's stress. Yung tension mo, kinukuha mo siya, pinapress on ko siya dito sa lower back ko. Others sa shoulders, sa neck.
Oo, ako yun.
So that's stress.
Oo. Gaano kalala ang back pain na to?
Sometimes, nahihirapan ako maglakad. I manage it naman. So right now, I'm going to do physical therapy before I go back to my activities because I'm very active. I like sports. I like, jiu-jitsu. I like surfing. Right now, I like learning to surf yun, I'm very active. So I have to postpone, I have to pause for a while and then do my physical therapy. So I don't rely on painkillers.
Right now, a different part of your life is you have a new partner. Now you are with Marco Gumabaw. How would you describe that relationship?
Unexpected. Kasi unang-una, yun nga, sinabi ko, and alam naman to ng mundo, na mas gusto ko sana non-showbiz na. But, you know, it's unexpected that we developed into something, you know, into partnership. So, yun.
Into love.
Into love.
Love and romance.
Yeah, medyo nahiya ako.
But you're very happy, I can tell.
I am happy having him and his family and knowing everybody, like his cousins also. They're very nice people.
But now at 35, anong naidala niya sa buhay mo?
He brought me back to church. Kasi nagtampo ako kay Lord eh. Kasi nung yung past ko, rin sila, church people din sila. So parang feeling ko nagtampo ako doon kay Lord na ginagawa ko naman na nag-obey naman ako pero bakit ganito yung nangyari? So when Marco came, he brought me back to church and I'm thankful.
Na-touch naman ako doon. So ang totoo is marriage around the corner?
Tsaka na lang natin pag-usapan. Masyado pa kasing maaga.
Ilang taon na ba kayo?
1 year.
1 year, oo. And they kept it private. Why did you both deliberately choose that?
For me, it's already out there, so what's the point? Diba? Parang, or siguro, let's just say na my personality talaga, mas gusto ko quiet lang.
Actually nga, pagkakarap niyo si Cristine, you are introverted. You're quite shy.
Yun nga eh, pero hindi lang talaga lumalabas.
So saan nanggagaling yung the hot Cristine Reyes, sexiest woman alive?
Exactly.
Isipin mo, ito yung totoong ikaw.
Kasi ganito yan, Miss Karen. Yun na yun. Yun na nga yun eh. Parang, I had to work, not to earn money at first, but to have freedom. Kasi nung time na yon, when I was still living with my mom, I really want to leave. Show business knocked.
Was an escape.
It's an escape. They offered me a lot of like, yun nga, yung mga FHM. Ang hirap pa nun sa akin kasi private school, all-girls school, madre nagpapatakbo. Bawal. Parang I had to brave it. Those years kasi parang rebellious ako eh. Hindi ko alam ano ba, bakit ako galit? Anong gusto kong patunayan sa mundo? Ganon ako noon, parang... So ngayon na-realize ko, teka sandali, hindi naman ako yan. Gusto ko bumalik sa dati.
Gusto ko yung sinabi mo, hindi naman ako yan.
Trabaho kasi yun, Miss Karen eh. It's
oo.
work. For me, that's work. It's not me. Yun yung mentality ko noon. Hindi ako necessarily for the longest time kasi feeling ko good decision rin yun. Kasi I have nothing to say back in the day na parang
Will help, you feel.
aspire people eh. Parang for me, I had to learn everything first before I can speak.
And that's why you're like this today. You sound so enlightened. And there's an honesty about you. What does that healing journey involve?
Yun nga, professional help. I have a psychologist when I separated with Amar's dad. So I maintained that. And then I have a psychiatrist from time to time if I needed. My psychiatrist introduced me to the retreat, the healing retreat. It's very rewarding. You only have to give 6 days of your schedule. They will teach you how to manage your feelings, mental health. When I was there, kasi by the nature, I have nothing, cell phones out. I was writing the whole day, pages after pages after pages. And then there's, music. You learn to appreciate life. Kasi when we're working, especially us, walang time para sa sarili nila. You tend to forget what matters in life. Yun yung kailangan natin alalahanin. Why are we working so hard? Para saan ba to? Kailangan alam mo muna yun.
What for you was that moment na you knew, I am healing?
I think when the time na nakapagbigay na ako ng salita ko sa mommy ko and kay ate and sa biological father ko. Sila yung 3 main people in my life who have affected and made an impact in my life. When I've already opened myself to them, I started healing. Like, I became light. Wala nang bigat.
Did you get the apology that you deserved?
Yes naman.
Or-
I think I just needed to speak up. Kasi for the longest time, I kept myself quiet. Because growing up, I was told to be quiet. So I kept my mouth shut. So I think I just needed to speak up and my voice to be heard.
And Amara, given the fact
Yes,
you're a single mother,
exactly.
in effect,
Yes.
and you've experienced traumatic,
Yes.
what are you doing differently? What are you conscious of?
I do the opposite. When I was taught to just keep quiet, don't say anything, don't let your emotions be known, I did the opposite to Amara. I tell her, Amara, you can say what you need, what you want, and if there's any uncomfortable feeling, you have to speak up. Whether it's me or whoever you're with, you have to say it. You have to talk properly. You don't need to throw tantrums. You just need to communicate.
Are you in good terms with Amara's dad?
Casual. I don't want to always put my guard down kasi I don't want to get hurt. That's why my guards are up.
If you don't mind, why didn't that work out?
It didn't work out because we're not mature enough to handle the responsibility of being a mom and dad and being in a marriage.
You were both not ready.
Both not ready.
Uh-oh. And now, are you ready?
I would be ready sometime soon. Yes, but not right now.
Go. Ano ang pangarap mo para sa sarili mo ngayon?
Pangarap ko, I wanna leave a legacy in terms of in the industry, acting industry. Katulad ng mga idols ko, mga legends sila, Eddie Garcia. Dito ko nilagay ni Lord eh.
And you have the courage to share the darkest parts of your life today. Ba't mo to ginagawa?
Because I think I have more understanding of what I went through when I was a child. And now I fully understand, not fully, I'm getting there, why it had to happen. Because in life naman, it's written already eh. You just have to pass it and, pass the test. Pinagdaanan ko yun eh. There shouldn't be shame on it. Because at least, di ba, nakatayo ulit. At yun naman yung importante eh, yung makatayo ka ulit and you don't play the victim. Don't ever play the victim in your life. Kasi you'll always be a victim. You don't want to be a victim all the time. You want to stand up and, show everybody that you're strong. You have faith with God, you have a supportive family and friends, and you can support yourself mentally, spiritually, physically.
Anong mensahe mo sa mga nanonood sa iyo ngayon who are going through the same thing?
You have to find your tribe. Minsan kasi kahit alam mo yun, minsan yung pamilya pa natin yung nag-i-ignite ng trigger natin eh. So, you better find a healthy boundary. I'm not saying na fully detached, but healthy boundary. Kasi pamilya pa rin yan, hindi natin sila pwede kalimutan. But healthy boundary from people who triggers you, people na nakaka-irritate sa well-being mo. Kailangan may boundary lang dyan. And always see to it na you have relationship to the higher power. Whatever you call it, God, Jesus, whatever. Yun talaga, faith. Know the people you surround yourself with. That's very important eh. If someone drags you down, you don't want to associate yourself with that person. Kasi you already needed help eh. So you need to associate yourself with people who aspire to grow. Yun yung sa akin. And laugh.
Laugh.
Smile.
Okay. Light naman, laugh lang to end.
Yes.
So what's the future and laughter with Marco?
Si Marco, aside from my daughter, who gives some color to my life, si Marco gives yung ngiti.
Yung puso mo. Yung
Yeah.
puso mo nakangiti.
Nakangiti.
Wala pang sing-sing dyan.
Wala
Malapit na
pa,
ba?
wala pa.
Pero malapit na.
Relax muna tayo, guys. Ha?
Okay, my last question. Pakita natin to. You have a tattoo here and it's the rosary
Yes.
and the cross.
Yes.
So what does this say?
Initials ng best friends ko yan since grade school. Victoria, me, Cristine, and then Luis.
Okay. Kailan ka nagpatatong ganito?
This was 2012.
Tagal na.
Yes, I told
Tagal
myself
na.
this will be the last attempt to suicide.
Yun ang mensahe ng ano
Yeah,
na to?
and this is a reminder for me na God is always with me. Nung darkest times ko, talagang siya lang yung kausap ko eh. Lagi, si Lord lang. Yeah, and I have another tattoo
Yeah.
here, which I'm removing in camiseta. And
Oo.
that I have slashes there also.
Oh my. So don't get me wrong, but itong slashes na to, how old were you here?
This was 2009 or 10.
Artista ka na nito.
Yes. I had to stop taping kahit isang saglit with Jericho Rosales and Carmen Sue because I slashed myself. So thankful with ABS-CBN kasi nalagaan ako ng ABS-CBN. I think may lumabas pero they shut it down.
Yeah. Bakit mo to pinapabura? It's also a cross.
Yeah, it's a cross. Pero parang may nagsabi sa akin, parang sword siya. So yeah, pinapatanggal ko na.
Oh. When you see those marks today at 35, what do you say to yourself?
I'm thankful that, God made me strong and hindi niya ako iniwan. Kasi siya lang talaga yung kausap ko nung time na yun. Yun ang masasabi ko sa mga tao may pinagdadaanan. Kasi wala na lahat, okay lang. Pero kung may faith ka kay Lord, siya lang yung kausap mo, maitatama niya lahat eh.
Please subscribe and hit the notification bell para ma-update kayo sa sunod na showbiz news.